the film. Love it in Florida, but one California. The red bottom blue is so hard in the hills. I'm at the dock with my arm in the whip. I'm for real, I'm barring for real. I'm warm for real. Hands up, this a cool D-Tot. Try to keep it Cool G rapper right now. You finna see Cool G rock. Big guy with a look. Green bean for the dot.
We make it hot, we gon' turn up the temperature. Got a little she the signature. Had to sit down and I read me some literature. He try and cross me, you know I'm a finisher. I grab that efficiently. They got a deficiency. He gon' swipe with no massive negligence. Do a whole 30 on faster than frivolous. But I still can get in. She kinda crazy, I think she for me in the ice when you add up the total. Custom made. Shout out trying to come and have fun. Hit ATMs and extract funds. Real, we gon' get it done. Remember, we was scraping up crumbs. Brought the whole team from the slums. Lounge truck, road truck, black on black.
Born in the 90s, I'm ballin' like Mike. These shrimp thing when I live free sitting in. I'm straight off the block and got rich off the mic. Shout out, got rich off of all these like I'm finna go. Bad tryna give me face. Sky got then my neck full of ice. Yeah, I got it out the mud. Let's go. Got it. Somehow I fell in love with it. My chains just got out the tub. Can't go in no with no glove. Pink ring looking like a light bulb. Ain't need like a rug. Ain't showing need no love. Ain't showing need no mercy. Ain't buying need no purse. Don't ask what I'm doing, I'm work. When I die, they gon' hang up my jersey. Baby, who is your surgeon? She gon' go back after I then back blurred. That broke, I am allergic to. I got things in the dark. Yeah.
Make a butt get whining. If you want to chuck me, I decline it. Everybody stay hot and behind it.
It already is. How should people use cap breakers on this build?
For me, it's non-negotiable. I think you should consider that 99 perimeter defense. This build, out the gate, 94 perimeter with the ability to add the cap breakers to get them to a 99 perimeter defense. And I think that's a huge advantage because on defense, not only can you lock up your assignment, but then now he's got to be faced with your 95 ball handle. So if you put the other cap breakers on the ball handle, now they can't guard you 1v1 and you can guard them.
A good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by... So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward position. And for Golden State, in the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Butler out there with Moses Moody. And it's Green in at the center. Richard, this place is absolutely buzzing with anticipation. Each team with their first game of the season here tonight.
The key now is making sure your season starts with a win. That first down is a catalyst to the start of your season. Helps you find a rhythm very early. Nobody answers the call better than Stephen Curry.
Williams kicks to Holmgren. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
Here's Butler. No good there. Good D by Holmgren. Here's Oklahoma City now. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Green with the block.
When you talk about the best defensive players of this era, you have to talk about Draymond Green.
Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Curry. That's good. Curry's got 5 now.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Right now, they are humming along. 3 of 4 to start this game.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, I did get a chance to speak with Steve Kerr a little bit. We talked about the matchup problems that Chet Holmgren presents. He said defensively, Chet can warp the inside of the paint. And at the other end, he's going to drag his matchup out to the three-point line. That's what makes this 7-footer such a special player. Guys?
Thank you, David. It's tipped, and it's Podziemski in the corner. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's Curry with the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Curry's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Warriors.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect. from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Now, he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Now Curry. He's got 8. Pass to Moody. Back to Curry. From outside the arc. Thunder with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Hartenstein passes to Williams. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Outside for Curry. Up top, Podziemski. Pass to Moody. No good with the triple. The Thunder have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Williams. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Williams has got his second basket of the night. Curry outside. Bangs home the trifecta.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry.
And a 3-level score. That time, SGA takes it all the way.
Shoots. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Oklahoma City trailing. Knocked away. It's stolen by Curry. 3-pointer. Another 3 for Golden State.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Green with the block.
No matter what night it is, Green seeks to intimidate and more often than not succeed.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires away from way outside. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And Dort gets it to go.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Here's Podziemski. Defended by Dort. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Sinks the triple.
Their third 3-pointer in a row.
Thunder trailing by 6. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent. I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And they'll get another chance. Moody. Off target there. That would have pushed. The lead to double digits. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Green against Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's the fast break.
Thunder foul. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. First personal foul.
It didn't take long for Podziemski to establish himself as an elite charge taker.
The funny thing about the game of basketball is that some things can't be taught. Pods clearly has the it factor when it comes for the timing that it takes to draw charges. He can steal a few possessions for you every single game.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder, trailing by 10. Green with the block. And they're moving it up. And the jam by Butler.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Dort with the ball.
And here's that intense defensive look.
Sinks that one from the post.
Some physicality there from Lou. Pushing past the contact and into the shot.
Outside Butler. Over Holmgren. And another basket for Golden State.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And moving with such speed, the quickness of SGA's drives, something to admire.
Curry kicks to Butler. Takes a three. Thunder with the rebound.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's another one for the Thunder.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
Curry's shot is good.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And they've got to get their heads into this game. They're giving the ball away far too easily.
41 seconds left to play here in the first. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got 20. 25 points in the game.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
There's the pass to Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
Warriors leading by 12. Here's Moody. Last game he had 12. He kicks it to Curry. Here's Podziemski. Off on the layup.
And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you. Owning those rebounds on the defensive end. Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. Another excellent quarter for him, especially from long range. He's buried a total of 7 3-pointers in the game. We'll return shortly. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
Warriors leading by 12. On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward.
The way that Curry reads the floor, he could get double-digit assists on any night if he wanted to.
And Stephen Curry with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Outside Williams. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
Here's Dort. Good on the 13-footer. And it's 6 points for Lou Dort.
The mid-range jumper from Dort, giving the defense a little wrinkle.
Should we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade?
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he drops it in from the low post. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 17 now.
Move and the basket. SGA has the defense shook.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Lays it up and banks it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
On its way from Curry for 2. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 on the clock. Tries it from 19, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
The lightning quick release of Curry really came in handy there.
It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Good again. He's on tonight, 9 for 13 shooting.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
He's going to keep putting up shots regardless of the score. That's the kind of player he is.
Under trailing by 12. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired gun scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. And we thank you for the report.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
And stolen by Butler. Lobbed up there for Green. Got a hand on it. Blows the alley-oop jam. Right side, Dort. From past the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Dort's got it back down to single digits for Oklahoma City. puts up a deep three. What a deep shot from Steph Curry.
And even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Warriors leading by 12. Curry passes to Moody. And it's off from three-point range. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And it's good for 2. Dort's got 11 points.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
On its way from Curry for 2. Podziemski's shot is good.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And there's a foul that goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. His last outing, he had 24 points. And good that time. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 25 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Took him no time at all on that one. And the Warriors lead by 14.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing team. The Warriors, 4th.
Just a gifted passing team. They play the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish and fluid offensively.
Curry, that's good. Greg, we know about the Euro step. Is the D-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Hello. I mean, that's what I call a move.
That is some artistry. Greg, you're right. On his way to the basket, he was soaring. Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder in their last game, a loss to the Pacers in Indy. Drills it from outside. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 30 points.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
A shot by Podziemski, no good.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. The lead now in single digits. Hartenstein's got 6.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Pulls up. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Gilgeous-Alexander. For the 3. Good, another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Outside, Dort lets it go from deep. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 assists tonight. Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here is Podziemski. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. The 3. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Dort.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you he was just scratching the surface, he was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Gilgeous-Alexander. On its way from Curry for 2, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And how about when Curry gets fancy with it? His confidence is what allows him to pull off these moves.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Warriors leading by 12. Curry finds Podziemski. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. And the rejection by Curry.
Making his presence felt on defense. Curry with the rejection.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Thunder trailing by 13. Here's Dort. Rebound by Butler.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoided fouling, and got in perfect position to alter that shot.
Here's Curry with the 3. It's good from long range. Curry's got 49 points in the game.
Simply one of the best shooting performances you are ever going to see. A 3-point barrage. Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
And man, is he in his zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Steve. A good rhythm for you in the first half. What do you like most about how your team's competing?
Just like the ball movement, you know, the drive and kick. Our guys have played really well together. Just trying to move the ball, get a great shot.
We'll see if you can keep the ball flying around as we continue. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He went on an historic scoring frenzy, tallying a ridiculous number of points, 2 steals, and 2 rebounds. It was a return to form for him tonight after struggling in their last outing. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
They had a tremendous first half from the three-point line. Their shot selection was pretty sound, considering how many threes they took. And the confidence of the shooters, now that's outstanding.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
The shooting percentage they allowed was through the roof. Their coach should absolutely be ripping this. He need to take some pride on the other end. Just lock it in. Lock it in. Lock it in.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Curry has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Moody is out there with Butler, and it's Green in at the 5 spot. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Yes, that goes in.
Williams.
And that's now 6 points for Williams.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Butler against Williams. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And this is why Butler is a perennial all-star. His skill in gliding through the defense with his ball handling simply amazing.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Here's Dort. Drills the three-pointer. Dort's got 20 points.
How about the range on that jump shot? I love seeing this guy when he's in film.
Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. No good with the layup. Here's Curry. Deflects the pass. Fires from deep. Butler finds Podziemski. Some nice passing by Golden State. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul.
First team foul.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. One shot.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder. Just an all-around terrific basketball player.
And there's the drive. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Even though his team is lagging behind, he's playing like a winner. Too bad his attitude isn't spreading to the other guys.
The Thunder have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
On its way from Curry for 2. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this move. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Out left to the wing. A nice shot by Moody. Moody's got 8 points.
Just an unselfish play from Curry, always ready to move the ball and his body to help an open shooter.
It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Here's Hartenstein. Count it.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Fires it up. And it's Golden State with another.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. A 12-point game. Williams gets the bucket. He's got 8.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And he gets the bucket. And the Warriors lead by 12.
And this has become expected from Curry. Everyone knows how dangerous he is at getting to his spots and capitalizing.
Outside, Dort. From downtown. And the Thunder, another 3.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Dort.
Now gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort. Not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
And Brandon Podziemski gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Tipped away and stolen by Butler. Outside Curry. The feed to Green. 6 to shoot. It's deflected. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Green with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. Holmgren the pass to Williams. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And now we get a chance to check out Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Last season, he played outstanding. Second in steals. And he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
And looking back at his number 2 steal rate, yeah, he did gamble a little bit, you're right. But he also played some hard-nosed on-ball defense, and that was key. And it's the Warriors with the ball. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Dort. The Thunder with another miss. Warriors leading by 7. Curry way outside. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Holmgren's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Well, after the show he put on in the first half, you thought it would continue, but he's cooled off a little bit here now.
You see the quarter awareness from Holmgren. Nice job spotting the open man.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. They get it back. Pass to Podziemski. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Podziemski's got 21.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's running around the perimeter ready to fire.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
Thunder trailing by 6. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Love that attitude, growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. Thunder on D. Good, that's another bucket. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
When it comes to players who like having fun, great Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun. You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
Down low, outside for Curry. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And a quick look at how the Oklahoma City Thunder's schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll go up against the Pacers in Indiana.
And for that game against Indiana, it's going to be game number 4 for them during the start of this NBA campaign. They'll want to get off to a hot start to the year.
Thunder trailing by 4. Oh, here comes Curry all alone. Misses the 3. Oklahoma City's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Here's Dort, and the layup's good off the glass. Dort's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And a deep 3 from Curry. Lets the 3 fly, and again for 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team.
Connects again from distance.
And of course it falls for him. That 3 pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget.
Taking matters into his own hand.
Good, another from 3.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful 3.
A new single-game record, GA, in a night that everyone will remember for the rest of their lives. It's Williams high post. 13 points in the game. And the slam by Moody.
This man sees everything on the court. Curry just dropping dimes out there.
1:33 left to play in the third. Now, here's Dort. Tight defense on him. Pajemski grabs the board. Curry deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Curry's shot is off.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
And another one falls.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Curry outside. Offensive rebound.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
He is totally in the zone, showing his incredible focus when it comes to attacking the glass.
Thunder trailing by 7. Gilgeous-Alexander passes.
And the crowd letting him know they appreciate his greatness.
Well, he's been nothing less than great. 3-pointers at a historic level.
This is a game that every player dreams of having from the arc. He's living it. It is almost unreal the way he is shooting threes.
Outside, Dort. Shot clock at 6. Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
Here's Curry with the 3. Yet another bucket.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
It's Curry outside. There. From outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. Well, we thought the third quarter was over. But it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So for Oklahoma City right now, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
And also the hustle showing through with all those steals and not giving much grief.
And another one.
And that puts him even for third on the single game scoring list. Simply amazing.
I'm at a loss for words. Greg, his has been one of the greatest offensive games we'll ever see.
And 78 points tying Wilt Chamberlain's big night back in 61. Up next, Kobe Bryant's 81 from 2006.
Outside, Dort from deep three-point land. Draymond Green grabs the miss. Green's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. From deep, another bucket. Wow!
The good times keep rolling. Now tied for 2nd all-time in scoring for a game.
And another one falls. Amazing.
And that score moves him up in the record books yet again.
He now stands, Greg, alone for 2nd place for points. What an unbelievable night. They get it back. Hartenstein finds Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Here we go, one-on-one. Outside, Dort. Stripped it away. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Basketball.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They trail by 14.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Outside Curry. Shoots it. Good as the jump shot falls. And the Warriors lead by 14.
Ooh, he's on a bit of a heater now. He hasn't missed one this quarter yet.
Passes to Holmgren. It's Dort on the wing. There's the triple. The shot missing. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Curry's shot is off.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
To the left side wing. Near the three-point line, it's Holmgren.
And known as a defensive stopper, Butler is fantastic at coming up with the goods.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And got it! Another basket. That's 62 points. 62!
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far. In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Green dishes to Butler. Here's Podziemski. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. Thunder trailing by 16. Here's Williams again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Dort. He blocks it again, making his presence felt on this end.
He's holding down the fort, anchoring the defense.
Drains it from beyond the arc. Dort's got 30.
And the three-point shot wasn't always there for Dort, but he's put in a ton of work on it, and it showed.
Curry gets the bucket.
I mean, no comment, but this is just unreal.
And good. He hits it again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be his second foul of the game. Curry wide open.
That length of Holmgren is such a tool on defense.
No good from the wing. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Green with the block. Curry passes to Moody. Back to Curry. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Green with the block. Inside, Holmgren with the steal. Poked loose and stolen by Butler. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
The second half, they haven't taken care of the basketball. Simply put, more turnovers now that could hurt them later.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Outside Curry. Three-pointer, Butler nails it from deep. Jimmy Butler.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Thunder trailing by 15. And here is Dort for three. Holmgren, and the Thunder another three.
And I love the competitive edge Holmgren plays with, coming right back with his own triple.
The answer, Jimmy Butler.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. Yep, it counts. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points now just in this quarter. Here's Hartenstein. The Warriors pull it in. At one point, they led by 16. There's Curry. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Curry can't get it to go.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. When they'll try and manufacture again, those are the shots you want him to take.
I mean, he's just making the D look foolish. I mean, that was one heck of a move to get himself the space he needed to operate.
And how about the slam to finish it off? Not too shabby either.
This is what Curry does best. He is so creative at getting into rhythm and staying hot.
And, yep, another basket.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable. Launches from deep. Curry shot is off.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Strong take by SGA. 6'6" with point guard skills. What a nightmare matchup he is.
1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Green. To the middle. Here's Curry. The inside game of Stephen Curry.
Not just a jump shooter. Curry is so creative at figuring out little ways to score inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Warriors leading by 10. Curry gets the bucket.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Warriors.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finish with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Stephen Curry.
We certainly got to see his best effort on offense, attacking the defense without fear and grabbing a lot of buckets.
5 on the clock. Here's Dort. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
On top of everything else he does for this team, Dort is having himself a night in the scoring column.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Curry. And again.
And that score puts him even. A night I never thought we'd see.
He's now tied point for point with the record. One more score. He'll be all alone at the top of the record books. GA, a moment nobody thought they'd have. Good. He hits again.
Kevin, I can definitely believe he set a new all-time record for scoring in a single game.
Well, Greg, a record that was for so long thought to be untouchable. He continues to amaze.
And he's now passed Wilt Chamberlain's legendary mark of 100 points. One that stood since 1962.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Draymond, one of the cliches of basketball is that the ball finds energy. When teammates are making shots, does that give you more energy?
Oh, yeah, it does. You know, when we're in the flow, the ball's just moving around. It allows me to play make, and then I just try to find an open gap and take the shots where they are.
Man, it was really flowing tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Much appreciated, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Range is over, now I'm knocking like Jehovah. Let me in, Bill Gates. Let me in, spin. I got money to lend my friends, now we in. Candy pins, Kenwood and tears, now I win. Sin, through the pen, I make my ends. Down, baby. Yo, street in the Range Rover. Baby, ready to let it go. Shimmy, go up. Listen to it pass. Pass it to me. Down, baby. Yo, street in a Range Rover. Baby, ready to let it go. Shimmy, go up. Listen to it pass. Pass it to me now. Ride the hallway, ride the bus. What my house look like? Walking, she gon' make you. I do damage, can't stand it. Psycho bandit, like it's Marilyn Manson. Got the cash advancing. Get the Sprite in, pull the out the pantry. Take it and I'm dancing. She bop like a. Like a candle, up in the car seat, hold it for ransom. Want her back, better call me. It's whatever. Burn her at the party.
Fly, looking dummy. I'll probably get. I look like a mummy. I'm getting this cash. It's Monday to Sunday. I guess you won't talk if it ain't about the money. My boys in the but they jump like a bunny. Got it ain't nothing funny. Up on the side and I keep. If I gotta reach up, I'ma keep. Way I slide in that coupe, boy, I keep that pump. We done went right there all the way to the sun. Get in the pot, get like a. Why would I keep her? I never went London. I just went and gave to my brother. For dinner, oh, what's up? Why would you keep a little sucker? Why would you keep a little? Ride the hallway, ride the bus. What my house look like? Walking, she gon' make you. I do damage, can't stand it. Psycho bandit, like it's Marilyn Manson. Got the cash advancing. Get the Sprite, pull the out the pantry. Ain't fly, looking dummy. I probably. I look like a mummy. I'm getting this cash. It's Monday to Sunday. I guess you won't talk if it ain't about the money. My boys in the but they jump like a bunny. Got it ain't nothing funny. Up on the side and I keep it. If I gotta reach up, I'ma keep it. But it got a teeny hat. That boy like a BB hat. How the you won't see me hat? Push it like see me hat. Why the won't be me hat? When I'm creeping hat. When the genie hat. Cause you saying I'm hat.
Hey, this and that, though we still intact. Get the off in the back, then I guess we wasn't a match. Me and my dogs all made a pack. If we don't get it, we can't come back. And every time we came back, that's a fact, that's a fact. Been through this and that, though we still intact. This right here for all the ones that ain't here, can't come back. If it's one thing I'ma do is put the crib on my back. Now we back, that's a fact, that's a fact, that's a fact. Guess I gotta go again and show them it ain't luck, yup. And they thought it was over for me, boy, they had me. Been through all the rain, now the sun on me. Ain't no point in stressing, gonna be what it's gonna be. Back to back with the prayers, so many times I got it memorized. I done seen so much pain that got me desensitized. OG's talking about stick to the script, I had to improvise. This that classic B.I.G., I got them hypnotized. Moving at my own pace, doing it my way. Way before the braids, yeah, they been took the wave. Ain't nobody from the crib ever did it big like this. It's like my parents turning my kids how I'm taking care of they. I had to go through it just to get to it. Had to watch from the bench, I had to sit through it. Get to it, trust issues, brought my to it. My own had to do it. I hope the same demons don't haunt me. Come with the down life, members only. I'd have been down so bad before, I swear I wasn't gonna get back. But look, the old me and the new me is a mismatch. They don't understand or how much it's taking off your mind, off your soul, just to show up and make it. This for my daughter that's overwhelmed. Even if he don't make no one never break it. Cause we've been through this and that, though we still intact. If they off in the back, then I guess we wasn't a match. Me and my dogs all made a pack. If we don't get it, we can't come back. And every time we came back, that's a fact, that's a fact. Been through this and that, though we still intact. This right here for all the ones that ain't here, can't come back. If there's one thing I'ma do is put the crib on my back. Now we back, that's a fact, that's a fact, that's a fact.
That's how I'm living, like I'm in a city. That's how I'm whipping, like I got a money. 4 a.m. in this, ain't going to sleep, I'm on a mission. Louis V on my bag, got some money, made a difference. I'm still the same, no different. But I came a long way from Jan, sported penny pinching. Talking about L's, man, I hand them out on any given. Sunny clothes to the public, still I'm getting chicken. I'm just reminiscing, I was broke as when that song dropped the fake. Heard they talking about I switch, I put the city on my back.
Been through this and that, though we still intact. Get that off in the back, then I guess we wasn't a match. Me and my dogs all made a pack. If we don't get it, we can't come back. And every time we came back, that's a fact, that's a fact.
Next week, it's our NBA 2K TV Awards show.
That's right. We are recognizing those of you that stand out in various ways in NBA 2K25.
And for this special episode, we'll have some extra 2K TV interactive questions, so that means chances for you to earn some VC.
We'll see you then. Enjoy the game.
Let's meet the starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls. Manning the middle, 7 feet 1 inch, number 27, Rudy Gobert. At power forward, standing 6'11", number 35, Kevin Durant. At the other forward position, 6 feet 4 inches, number 5, Anthony Edwards. Starting at shooting guard, standing 6'5", number 12, number 12. At the other guard, standing 6'5", number 11, Tashir, number 11. The head coach of your home team, once again, your Chicago Bulls.
Happy weekend, everyone. It's the NBA on Saturday night, presented to you live on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. Coach Dan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. Now, New York starting 5. Josh Hart is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the 2. And for Chicago, they've got MP, Rudy Gobert is out there with Kevin Durant. Then there's Anthony Edwards, and it's MP in at the 1 spot. Well, the first semifinal in NBA Cup history last year. The Pacers beat the Bucks in the East.
Yeah, and they played in Las Vegas, a neutral site. It was quite the experience, really fun to be around. And Tyrese Halliburton was unreal, putting up 27, 7, and 15 in the win.
Up top, Robinson. Back to Brunson. It's Bridges on the wing, covered by MP. 5 on the clock. Oh, MP with a block. On the wing, MP. Back to MP. Lets it go from deep. Nails it from 3.
And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish.
Game.
Brunson with the bucket.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's MP. We saw... Oh!